How's it going, Jack Tackers, and welcome back to another video for you guys. Today, I'm going to be doing my review for Superman and Lois Season 3, Episode 11, which was titled Complications. And overall, this was a pretty fantastic episode. It was really stellar, to be honest. Kind of wrapped up a lot of things. And I just feel like it was a pretty big episode, and it wrapped up a lot of the storylines that we had seen going on in this season. Obviously, all the stuff with Bruno Mannheim and Pia, and we'll get into that a little bit later in this review. But yeah, I just thought it was a really good kind of final chapter for some of those characters, because it does seem like in the next couple episodes, which I believe there's only 2 episodes left of the season, maybe 3, definitely seems like it's going to be a different storyline dealing with Lex Luthor and all that, so I'm very excited about that. But so this is the one where Lois is getting her surgery, and everything just is crazy when she's getting her surgery done, because, well, for one, Jordan is getting his x-ray vision finally, which was pretty intense because he's kind of freaking out about that. But that was really cool. That was really well done. So that's happening when she's getting her surgery. And of course, Pia is experiencing these side effects, I guess you could call them, from the cure that she was given in the last episode. And I knew this was going to happen, right? I mean, I feel like everyone kind of knew this was going to happen. Something was going to go wrong with this cure that she was given. It wasn't just going to be, a happy ending between the Mannheims, unfortunately, because, I mean, I do like the Mannheims, even though they're, technically villainous, but and have done some relatively bad things. But that's the kind of charm to Pia and Bruno, that they've done, bad things, but they're very complex characters. And I really love these 2 characters. Mateo is fine, I guess, but particularly Bruno and Pia, they are really good characters in my opinion. But so Pia's experiencing these side effects from the cure, and Lois is getting her surgery, and then basically it just all goes haywire, to be honest. Her powers just are going off the wall, and it's just absolutely nuts, to be honest, because the whole city is like experiencing these tremors, almost like an earthquake of sorts. And her powers are just spouting off, so to speak. And she actually ends up killing, accidentally, of course, one of Bruno's henchmen, which was absolutely just, oh my gosh, that really was crazy, because his blood just like splatters on the wall, and I'm like, oh dude, what? I was not expecting that. But yeah, her powers are going crazy, and Superman obviously has to come in and try and stop this. So it was just really intense overall, because you see that these doctors are obviously performing the surgery on Lois, and you're, hoping Lois can have the surgery go well and everything works out for her. And it does, luckily. She wakes up from the surgery, even though all the medical instruments were rattling as Pia's powers were going crazy. It really kind of scared me, to be honest. I didn't know what was going to happen, but yeah, she made it out okay. And Jordan kind of settles down with his powers. He actually comes in clutch at one point with that big tank. I don't know exactly what that was, but in the operating room, it was about to fall over, and he stopped it from falling over. That would have probably been bad if it did happen, if it did fall over. So yeah, Jordan was kind of slightly the MVP of the episode. And so Pia's dying basically from, this cure that she was given. It's not working. It's just heartbreaking to see Bruno and Mateo's reactions to what's going on. They're on the balcony, and they're just, devastated about what's happening. And it was just really good. I really liked those moments. It definitely made me feel a lot of emotion for those characters, and I just felt bad for them. And Superman steps in finally and takes Pia up to the sky, I guess, and she kind of explodes, but not really. Her body's still intact, but she dies. And Superman flies her back down to Bruno and Mateo. And yeah, it was a sad moment. And apparently Pia whispered to Clark's ear that she'll love Mateo and Bruno forever and always. It's a very nice thing that she wanted to say to those characters. And yeah, it was pretty sad, I gotta be honest. I did feel bad for Bruno and Mateo a lot. And I wasn't expecting really for all this to go down in the episode. I was kind of expecting maybe they were just going to kind of hold out on us, but no, it did happen. Pia's dead, and that's just Yeah, it's sad. I don't know. I did like her character, so it'll be kind of weird with her not being in the picture anymore. And then to kind of cap things off, Bruno turns himself in and admits, well, he doesn't admit, we don't see him admit to anything, but he says he will basically tell the DOD everything in exchange for his son's freedom so Mateo can kind of live a happy life, which, damn, Mateo's really going through it as well, basically losing both his parents in the episode because Bruno's going to probably be locked away for a long frickin' time. And yeah, so I'm really curious to see where all that storyline goes. I watched the promo for next week's episode. I think it's next week, unless they're doing another break, because they do breaks sometimes. But it doesn't look like Mateo's in next week's episode. I could be wrong, but yeah, I'm very interested to see like if him and Nat's relationship will continue, because I think Nat's kind of coming to terms with her and Mateo's relationship a little bit. Well, I think obviously Nat still cares about Mateo, but she does also, want to stay with her dad on, and stay with him in terms of on the same side as he is, because, she doesn't want to like betray her dad or anything. And, she wants to do the right thing at the end of the day. So it's a very, again, complex kind of situation. But I think Mateo is going to be able to get off basically scot-free, which is good, because I do kind of like his character, and I would like to see where they go with the direction of his character. And then at the very end of the episode, Bizarro awakens. Oh man, I actually almost forgot about Bizarro, which is funny because in the previously on segment that they play at the beginning, it showed Bizarro, and I was like, oh yeah, that thing. And then he didn't come into play in the episode at all until the very end, and he's awakened, and it's scary. I don't know what's going to happen with that. Which, it's just crazy that there's only, like, again, 2 more episodes left of the season. I don't exactly know what's going to happen. I know we have to deal with the Lex Luthor stuff. I'm very excited for the Lex Luthor stuff, because that's the thing I've been waiting for the entire season. If you've been watching my reviews, you'll know that I've basically talked about that in every review. I've been waiting for it for such a long time, and now it's actually happening, although it's pretty late. Like, I do kind of wish maybe they reshuffled things a little bit more, because I don't know. Well, okay, if Superman and Lois is getting a season 4, then hopefully we see Lex Luthor in season 4 as well. But if he's only going to be in like 2 episodes, I mean, I get it, but I don't know. I would like to see more of him. There is also like some side plots in this episode. Kyle's still kind of shocked that Clark is Superman, and at the beginning of this episode, he's upset that Chrissy lied to him and made him feel stupid or whatever. But then he realizes at the end that he was kind of he overreacted in this situation, and I don't know. I guess that was just kind of a little side plot they had to do. And also the Sarah stuff, which Sarah is also kind of going through it right now, and I think this is good. I think it's good that Sarah's actually kind of realizing she's screwed up a little bit, because I didn't really like what they were doing with her character. She was kind of unlikable in this season. I do like her character, again. I've said this numerous times. I don't know. I do think she's kind of mean in this season. I think she's kind of finally realizing that she definitely did screw up a little bit. And yeah, so that's kind of good. I think she's going to be working at the diner or whatever. She's probably not going to be able to go to college because of her DUI, which is crazy. But hey, man, don't drink and drive. But if you do, call Saul Goodman. Anyway, this was a solid episode, really good episode, one of the best in the season. I don't know if it's the best. It might be. But yeah, it definitely wrapped everything up. And it's crazy that this kind of Mannheim storyline is over and Lois is kind of done with her surgery. Obviously, I don't think she's like completely done with her cancer. I mean, maybe she is, because I don't know exactly how it works. Maybe she'll be good for a little bit, but I mean, cancer can always come back, I think, but I don't know the specifics. But she'll definitely need to recover. Maybe there'll be like a time skip between this episode and the next. That could be a possibility as well, because again, in the promo for next week's episode, at least I think it's next week's episode, because I don't know if they do a break or whatever. But it does seem like she's kind of up and at 'em. She seems to be healthy-ish. She doesn't seem to be like... Because because at the end of this episode, she's in bed and, kind of recovering and all that. But I'm pretty stoked. I think there's a lot of interesting directions they could take this season, and it'll probably be a banger finale once that comes around, because, we have Bizarro out there. We have, I don't know why I said that way. We have Bizarro out there, and we got Lex Luthor. And it'll just be interesting to see what happens with all that. It'll be super exciting. And I'm stoked. I'm kind of stoked. All right. That's just a rambling review. As always, post your thoughts and comments down below. What did you guys think about this episode? I suspect most of you liked it because, I did think it was a pretty entertaining episode. Really cool overall. And just crazy that this storyline's over, pretty much. At least it seems that way. So, thoughts and comments down below. And if you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Check out my letterbox and Twitter down in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.